Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Tabitha Deanna, and I'm completing my master's in marriage and family therapy at National University. In this reflection, I'll explore my understanding of power and privilege, both personally and professionally, through a series of interview style questions that guide my self reflection. With the first question, how did the teachings from your Latina Catholic upbringing shape the way you understand the right use of power? My family's faith taught me that power comes with responsibility. In my home, power wasn't about control, it was about care and service. The Catholic value of compassion and my parents' example instilled in me the belief that strength should be used to protect the vulnerable. I view power as something sacred when it uplifts others and honors human dignity. As a fair skinned Latina, how do you navigate that in between space of privilege and marginalization? Recognizing my privilege has been a process. I feel deeply connected to my culture, yet I know my lighter skin shields me from certain biases. I navigate spaces where my ethnicity isn't always visible, which gives me a unique perspective on both privilege and exclusion. Feminist family therapists remind us that awareness of privilege must be ongoing. I try to hold that awareness with gratitude and responsibility, knowing that privilege often exists in the absence of barriers. When did you first become aware of class differences and how has that shaped your empathy today? I became aware of class differences very early on in my life. My family didn't have the same resources as others, but that awareness was enlightening, not painful. It taught me how society often ties worth to wealth, and that lesson shaped my empathy for clients who carry shame around money or background. Those early insights helped me hold compassion for both privilege and struggle. How do you use that power that comes with education and professional status responsibly with clients? I remind myself that therapy is the client space. I use plain language, invite collaboration, and check for comfort. My education provides tools, but empathy provides direction. I recognize that my degree and professional title give me access others might not have. So I use that privilege to promote equity, not hierarchy. How do you stay aware of power dynamics that appear in therapy? I watch for subtle cues. Clients hesitating to disagree or deferring to my opinion. When I notice this, I slow down, invite feedback, and name the imbalance. Goodwin reminds us that awareness of power is ongoing, not a one time realization. Staying mindful of this legitimizes clients' authority over their own stories. Can you describe a therapy moment where bias or oppression came up and how you handled it? Of course. One client shared that being treated differently at work because of her accent. I validated her experience and reflected on my own privilege as a native English speaker. Another client, a non binary teen who used a wheelchair, reminded me that privilege shifts across contexts. These experiences keep me humble and reinforce that clients teach us as much as we teach them. How has telehealth helped or challenged access for the communities you serve? Telehealth has increased access for many clients, especially parents or those with mobility challenges. Yet, it also highlights inequities. Some families join sessions from cars or parking lots just to get Wi Fi. Technology can both connect and divide, mirroring broader social disparities. How do you adapt for clients with limited technology, space, or accessibility? Flexibility is key. I offer phone sessions, adjust schedules, and use audio only formats when needed. The importance of connection outweighs the platform. These adaptations help ensure therapy remains accessible for all. What do you see as your ethical and personal responsibility in addressing power and privilege? Awareness must lead to action. I can't dismantle every system, but I can practice honesty, advocacy, and compassion every day. Goodwin calls this liberation based care, using power to create space, not control it. Cultural humility means staying teachable and aware of systemic influences on families. How do you hope to use your position in education to advocate for others? Advocacy feels like my calling. I translate letters for families, mentor Latina clinicians, and speak out against injustice. I aim to use my privilege to amplify voices that might otherwise go unheard. I just want to thank you for listening. I hope my reflection encourages other therapists to explore how power and privilege shape their own work. Awareness isn't a checklist. It's a lifelong practice requiring humility, courage, and love. Through reflection and advocacy, I strive to use my power to open doors rather than control who or what enters those doors. Thank you.